Hello everybody, welcome back to Astroneer, where today I'm hoping we can start finding our way around Desolo here. Because I have actually realized I've been saying this moon's name wrong this entire time. How many tethers do we have? I'll make some extra. Because I have big plans for today. I'm going to be finding my way into a cave. And over there looks like a good spot to actually start looking. Is this a cave? It doesn't look very cave-like, actually. So maybe making my own cave would be a good option. Because I need to get cave side so I can start heading to the core of Desolo. Because if I can get to the core of Desolo, then I'll have free passage between Desolo and Silva once I get to the core of Silva. Now, the only main problemo with all this is, well, finding a good spot to start digging. I could probably go to one of these and just start digging into there. I mean, over here looks like it's softer soil. So, if I start up a nice pit here, I can go on ahead. Where's a good angle? I don't know what point on the planet we're on. I think we're on a pole, actually. Because I think that's where these, whatchamacallits are. Where the prisms are. So let's try to go... No, that's too steep of an angle. Let's try here. That should work. Alright. So now I guess it's just time to rock and roll. Because I'm going to need some clay, and I'm going to need some more wolframite. No, not wolframite, right? No, wait. I am here for wolframite, if I'm not mistaken. But I also need... What was that other one that I was needing? Laterite. That's the other one that I need. So if I can get laterite, then I can build up a landing pad over here. Meaning that I can actually come back here later on. As well as I can do my quests on this planet, because apparently there's different quests for each planet. Supposedly. I was looking at the wiki to see where I can find some materials. I see a material down here. What are we looking at? Oh, wolframite. That's actually exactly what I came to this planet for. Where is it? I finally hit a cave. Yes, indubitably. Maybe? I don't think that's... Nope, that's cave down there. I see that. So we're in a cave ceiling right now, which means I need to be very careful. But that is wolframite, exactly what I came here for. So let's try getting at least a little bit more of it. Because if I can get a good supply of it, then we can probably start working on a chem lab. Alright, let's also see what we're dealing with cave side here. I'm already getting quite a good chunk of it here, actually. There we go. Alright. I don't think there's any hispanes here, is there? Or any craters. What stuff spawns out here? Silva, Calidor, all planets, Calidor... Calidor. Okay, hispanes are everywhere. Dagger roots. Okay, there's no unique plants here, I don't think. So all we gotta look out for are hispanes and dagger roots, and possibly pop coral. So let's get moving down further into the cave. Actually, I should probably head back up to deposit all of this and try to make a whatchamacallit, a furnace. So if I can make a furnace, then I can start cooking all these. And that is going to be extremely helpful. Oh, I'm already actually full up on the stuff, huh? That's gonna fall, so I'm gonna fix that a little bit there. Alright. So let's see if I can't get a furnace going. Alright, so we need another large platform. Well, a large platform, so let's pop that on there. Pop all this wolframite here. So we have gotten well enough for what I came here for. That was not my plan. Whoops. Go ahead and fix those two together again. Alright, now let's go try to find some resin so I can go on ahead and actually make another platform. Supposedly the day-night cycle on this planet's only like, what, 2 minutes long, I think? Which is absurdity to me. Right, there's a bunch of resin over there. This is good. Also, apparently these geysers do damage, supposedly. I don't know, I read it on the wiki somewhere. I didn't go digging too deep into the wiki, because I didn't want to spoil all the stuff, like what happens when you get all the planets. Because I remember playing this game forever ago, and I unlocked like 2 planets, and then I just never came back. So, well, not today, but in this series I'm planning to fully complete the game. Eventually. Eventually. Let's look around over here for some more resin. So I'm gonna need to make a good network of supplies out here. Some more dagger roots. Let's pop these suckers. Alright. But I see another bit of ammonium and resin over here. So I will start moving this way. Pop those. Give me those samples, please. Alright, those dagger root seeds can stay over there. I don't know if the dagger roots have a mutated variant. So I remember reading about the mutated variants of seeds because I had a mutated hispane back at the base. Supposedly they don't hurt the player. I just don't feel safe having a hispane anywhere near the house. Okay, there's some more resin. There we go. Nope, still not enough. There we go. Right, there we go. Alright. That should be enough resin to go in and at least make a couple of platforms. Should I be picking these back up? I probably should. Not like I'm really going to have all too much of a need to come back out here anytime soon. This just, yeah, this will make a new item thing. Okay. So let's just yoink up all these on the path back. Alrighty. Head on back down. We'll start getting another platform made. Also, I just realized there's a bunch of dagger roots up there. Alright, resin. Let's make us a large platform B. Alright. I'll drop off this ammonia. Alright. I realize now that I could probably just hook these up here as needed. I feel like I should try to set up this base a little better, huh? Just level out this crater over here. Should do something to help out the base, right? Okay. So once that's done, we need to make a furnace, which I think needs compound, correct? Smelting furnace. You need compound and resin, so I've got just enough resin. I need to go and get some compound. So, question is, where would some compound be? I think there's some all the way back on ourselves, but I'm not quite sure. Let's level out this area a bit. Alright. That'll be a good spot to start building this section of the base, huh? Okay, that doesn't go very far, so maybe I should put it here instead. And maybe it's actually better if I move it over here. So I don't want it to be in the way of that printer. Alright. So now we need smelting furnace. Let's pop those into place and start heading back on ourselves to pick up some compound. Because I don't think I've found any near this portion of the base. But it's fine because we do know where some is. It's just a little ways away. But as soon as I have free passage between here and home base, we should not have a problem with collecting any of the materials either. There's some extra resin if I wanted to make some extra platforms. So I think the compound was around here, right? There's this. I don't have a research station here though, so I can't really do anything with it. Ah, there we go. The field of compound just above our fall of death. I remember now. Alright, so let's get over here and get to work. So we only need really one compound, but we're going to need some more for some tethers. So may as well pick up a little bit while I'm here. Alright. That looks good. Alright. So now... Oh, I do have another thing of tethers. I just realized. I have like 3 lots of tethers on me. So, either way, it's good to have extras. You can never have too many tethers in a place like this. I think over there is Silva right now, actually. So I can almost see my house from here. But either way, we need to get set up over here. Hopefully we can find some good old-fashioned aluminum out here soon. Because that is going to be pretty damn necessary. Alright. So let's pop that in and get that started. Whilst I make some extra tethers for myself. Alright. That ought to be good. Nope. Nope, didn't want those there. Actually, it might be better to store them there, huh? I don't know. Either way, we've got our furnace almost done. I'm going to need more storage too, huh? So it couldn't have hurt to grab a little extra resin. So I guess while that's working away, I'm going to head down here. I'm actually going to smooth this out a little bit. There we go. Alright, perfect. Let's try not to fall into the cave. Because I'm realizing I didn't make my way all the way to the bottom of the cave just yet. I see the cave floor. Alright, so let's try to head down that way. Alright, tether up. Grab a little extra dirt. Maybe it'd be good to make an extra canister or two also. Also, maybe I should start doing like a zigzaggy pattern. If I do like zigzags, I might be able to get to the core faster. But that's just me thinking out loud here. Maybe whenever I reach a cave, I should try to turn around. That would be a way to do it, that's for sure. Alright, let's check around in here. We got a bunch of wolframite, actually. Not seeing any hispanes, not seeing any dagger fruits. I'm seeing a path further down, though. That might be a place to explore. Oh, this place is full of potholes, actually. Okay. Let's Go ahead and scan some of these real quick. There's a lot of little dips here. Some pop coral over there. There's a whole field of it. Okay. I probably should not be going further that way, though. Because just looking at it, this is hell. Yeah. No, thank you. Alright. There's a bunch of stuff over there. Not sure if that shows well on OBS. I just want to come over here and look around. Make sure that there's no crazy anythings out here. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a research thing. But over here, it looks like there's something sticking out of the ceiling. It is that quartz? I think that's quartz. Yeah. I actually needed some of that, huh? Okay, what are you? A jasper rook? What the hell? Okay. Wait, what the? A jasper bishop? Why? What are you? I'll put these here for now. I have no clue what they do. But there's an exo box over here. Let's connect this up. I'm going to come back for this once I've used up a little bit more of my tethers. Okay. So we've got the exo cache. I'm gonna dig it out for a minute, just so I can bring it up to the surface with me. Alright. But our furnace should be done by now. And on that note, I am probably going to spin around and check this path out. Because, yeah, that looks like that leads to another cave. So we'll probably start on another route here. Alright. I don't know how deep this planet goes before I reach the core. All I know is that the core is one of the main goals for each planet, as well as each of the little side nodes. So, dig out all this, refill on some dirt. This is a nice steep angle. We should be able to reach the core soon, hopefully. There's something down there. Oh, more quartz. Hell yeah. This place has got a butt ton of quartz everywhere, which I am not complaining about. Because I did need glass to make the, whatchamacallit, the... It wasn't the exo request, it was, that's right, the lab. So I can start making compounds like steel and plastic. Alright. That is always good to grab. Did I just hear something? It sounded like a dog barking. What? What did I miss? Oh, that's a lot of quartz. Holy crap. Okay, I should probably head back to the surface now. Storage is getting a little out of hand. Where did I leave the box? There's the box. You're coming with me, bucko. Alright. But I should be able to make a chemistry lab right here on Desolo, which means that I can then start making steel, and what else can I make? I can make plastic. That's another good thing I can make. Alright, bring this box all the way over here. And we'll put this right over there. Come on. Stop freaking out. There you go. Alright. So we'll turn you on real quick. Get some wolframite cooking. Let's set down some of the compound. So I've got a little extra backpack space. What did we need to make a lab? Because the lab was chemistry lab. Here we go. Need ceramic, glass, and tungsten. We can do this. We've got glass and tungsten already. I just need ceramic, which means I need clay. Oh, there we go. Apparently I got an achievement. Well, not an achievement. A mission. Alright. So let's head back down and see if I can't find any clay. Digging deeper? Okay. I think I was digging pretty deep over here. Alright. Let's head back down. Wow, this looks really cool actually from up here. Alright. So I feel like we should be reaching the mantle pretty soon. I just wanted to pick up a little bit more of this. Alright. I don't know if we're in a cave ceiling right now, so I need to be careful. I think I just dropped a quartz somewhere. Alright. So, let's stop digging up all this quartz and just start digging forward again. Okay, maybe that's impossible because there's so much quartz here. Oh my god. It's a mother load. Okay, yep, I got you, game. Holy crapazoid. That is a lot of quartz. Okay. Let's set this down up here so it doesn't just fall away. Actually, I'm gonna set down a few of my quartz up here so I can just snag the ones that are down there and save them from falling any deeper. Alright. Okay. I think we're reaching some deeper stone down there also. I have no clue what I'm going to do with this much quartz, but hey, we have a lot of quartz now. I need some more resin to go and make some storage. Okay. So let's come back up here. That is all done. So now I am in desperate need of more large platforms. So let's set this down. Make a little hole over here so I can put all this extra quartz into that I'm not going to need. That I'm not using right now, at least. I don't know if things despawn in this game, but I'm just going to set those there and go and grab some more resin. Because holy crap, that's a lot of quartz. Alright. Where's a good resin source? I think there was a good one on the way back to the house. Or back to the ship. As soon as we get some ceramic, we are golden, though. Alright. There's some resin there. This is not where I've been digging up resin from. It's also kind of dangerous to grab from, huh? Alright, let's pick up a bunch of this. Alright. That's at least 3 for one of the large storages. Alright. I need a little bit more so I can make another storage module thing. Alright. That should be good for now, hopefully. So, let's head on back and get these things figured out. Because the day-night cycle here is really crazy. I can't imagine how many, quote-unquote days I've been here. Because there's the sun. Alright. get on over here. Start making up that large platform B. Alright. And then the storage stuff isn't from here, right? Small canister? Oh, is that for this? Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, I think that is just the stuff that I can make in my backpack, plus a little bit. Ah, medium storage, that's what I need. Alright. I can probably shove a medium storage on over here. Yoink up all this. Thank you kindly. I need this. Can I unpack it here? And expand. There we go. Alright. It's not going to try to melt the stuff that I put on here, right? Like if I try to put a quartz on there, it's not going to... No, it does. Well, that's fine. I needed one smelted up anyways. Alright. Let's get that one up and running. I'm just gonna set stuff down on here right now. Because we are in desperate need of storage space. Alright, maybe... Can I unlock a large storage thing right now? There's a large solar panel. Aluminum alloy is needed for that, though. Lithium and zinc for a large battery would be nice. Large storage, here we go. I need 3 ceramic. Damn it. Storage silo. Aluminum and steel. Storage silo would be nice. Huh. Maybe we should... Oh, but that needs steel. What about those canisters? What was that I was thinking about? There's extra large storage. Needs iron and ceramic. Resource canister. Here we go. Needs diamond nanocarbon alloy. Holds up to 2,000 nuggets of a single resource. Damn! Okay, where was the large? Here we go. Titanium and nanocarbon. Okay. What about medium? Can I make a medium one? So storage silo, tall storage. There's canisters. Fault finder, ruby, rails, rover, drill. Wait. Oh, it attaches to rovers. Okay. I'm assuming I can only make a large canister, correct? There's large storage. And I don't think it'd be anywhere but storage supplies. May as well give it a check here. There's storage silo. And then tall storage. So I can make a medium storage silo. We're getting titanium. No, we're getting tungsten. I need to remember the difference between tungsten and titanium. I always seem to have this problem. Okay, so glass, titanium, and nanocarbon alloy. How the hell do we get nanocarbon alloy? We need titanium alloy and steel. How do we get titanium alloy? Titanium alloy, titanium, graphene, and nitrogen. Where the hell do we get nitrogen from? From Silva, okay. And then helium for nanocarbon. Need to go to Artox. And Artox is way out. Okay, so we need to go all the way out there and set up a base just to get some storage canisters. That seems a bit much. Either way, we should probably get going a little deeper into here. Actually, I need to go and get some more resin so I can make a butt ton of storage. Because we are still really low on storage. And if I want any chance of making this here, actually, there's a thing of resin over here. Maybe we can find some clay along the way, too. I found some dagger roots. That's not exactly what I wanted. But, it's here. Okay, hi there, and goodbye. 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 And I know that there's a little baby one up there. I just need to get close enough to murk it. There. Oh, and there's some compound here. Not exactly what I was going for, but hey. It's something. I'm just actually going to go around. Don't feel like trying to walk through all that. There's some compound here. I don't see any clay. See some resin over there, so I'm gonna march through the compound. Worry about these dagger roots. Hi there, and I don't think it liked that. Alright, well, dagger roots destroyed. Let's scan up these materials they keep leaving behind. Alright. There's some compound and some resin over there. Still no clay, though. Come on, connect up. There we go. So we got a bunch of resin. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't know how far our tox is. Maybe I just need to wait for it to be in range, and then I'll launch to it. Try to set up something there. Because I am in desperate need of storage. Alright. Oh, that's too much. Alright. Oh, apparently there wasn't even a hook on me there, so that would have been bad. Oh, there's a baby one still over there. Let me pop that. And down there, goodbye. Not seeing any clay. Because clay is the main thing that I'm looking for right now. Because ceramic is one of the things that I am in desperate need of at this point. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was still a budding dagger root there. Alright, so let's head back. And that's going to fall in any second, so let's get that fixed up. Alright. So we need medium storages for now. You're still making those? Yep. Alright. Make one of those puppies. And I don't know how far the nearest clay is. Because clay's supposed to be on every planet, right? Actually, we have enough stuff for the Exo request platform, don't we? Trade platform, here we go. Is it trade platform, or is it... The soil centrifuge is one that I was wanting. Aluminum and compound. I need more aluminum then. Atmospheric condenser, print filter. Yeah, because there's Exo request. For Exo gear, cosmetic. Okay, that's that. Exo chip, I need iron and tungsten. So I need to make a soil centrifuge then. Problem being, getting enough aluminum. Okay. But at least we know what our next goal is, though. I'll go on ahead. Nope. So we need aluminum for sure. Expand out these. should be enough to store everything we've got right now. Alright. And then I can go in and put 2 more on here. Because this is just our storage platform for right now. Which means I'll go on ahead, yoink up all this. Just move it all over here. So you've got glass, you've got tungsten. Got a lot of materials that I'm going to need to deal with eventually. Alright. Let's pick up a few of these. I'm actually going to move this one over to there, so we can just have all of our storage in one spot. Alright. This is coming together at least a little bit. So our next goal currently is getting some ceramic. Because what do I need for either ceramics or aluminum is our main goal right now. Either one would really speed up things on this place. Let's make a couple more tether bits, and then I guess I'm going to end off this episode. So next time, we're going to be going deep as we can into the cave systems. We've got enough storage here to last us for a while. This is off, right? Now it's off, so I don't got to worry about it sucking up too much power. Alright. So. Actually, can I make a canister and then use items on it? I just realized, is that how the canister works? Does that store items if I don't fill it with dirt? Maybe that's something else I need to check later on. But, as of right now, that's going to end this episode of Astroneer. And yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody!